in this video, I want to give you 4 reasons why to buy Bitcoin. It is the guiding ethic, the highest goal for anyone playing into crypto. Here's a quick metaphor. It's like if I go to work, if I take on a secondary job, anything I do, for me, everything that I do ultimately leads to the betterment of my family, okay? And so in the crypto world, anything that I do, if I'm playing in the meme coins, if I'm playing with NFTs, if I'm doing yield or whatever I'm doing a whole bunch of things. To me, my guiding star, my central ethic is to buy more Bitcoin. Is that a good strategy? Maybe, maybe not, but this is just how I'm doing it. But the central ethic, the end goal is to buy more Bitcoin. It's why I do YouTube. It's why I do anything. And I say it in nearly every video. I'm just on a journey to my next Bitcoin. And this is why I feel like you should be on your journey to your next Bitcoin. You and I can be whole coiners, billionaires in Bitcoin in the future. And I think this is like, I just want to guide our thought process into why we should set this goal up for ourselves in Bitcoin. I'm going to go through 4 people's through voices: David Mercer, Kevin O'Leary, Cathy, and Michael Saylor, and explain to you why all these people and so many more, it's a good time to buy Bitcoin. Like, we could play, I mean, in my opinion, we could play in like Ethereum, play in Cardano, play in like, you know, these meme coins and stuff like that. Cowboys are wild. This is how we make super gains, you know, like metaverse. You know me, I love it all. I love all of crypto. But to me, the final say is Bitcoin. There's Bitcoin, and then there's everything else. There's crypto. Because I'm going to just line those out here. If you're new to this channel, my name is Aaron. Like I said, I'm on a journey to my next Bitcoin while helping you to your next Bitcoin. I'm going to explain to you why that is so important. So here we go. I've got 4 videos here, and honestly, it's because I just found out how to, you know, play videos in my YouTube videos. So here we go. This is David Mercer explaining how Bitcoin will 10x, and what if you have that question is, are you early? The answer is yes. And so here he is answering on the Anthony Pompliano's podcast here, and explaining how are we early, and especially why institutions or how before institutions are coming in.
We're still waiting for that influx of real institutional money, because that's going to make it pop.
If Do Kwon from Terra, with only $3 billion, I say only, but in the institutional world, it's not really that much money. If he can have the impact that he's had over the last, I don't know, 5 weeks or whatever it's been. When institutions show up with real size, does Bitcoin go to $1 million a coin?
You're going to be happy. I'm not even sure you're going to be doing this podcast anymore.
I won't be doing this YouTube video.
So I know. You'll be like, David, it's been nice knowing you, but I'm on a beach.
What do you think happens, though? Like,
it's got to explode, Anthony. I mean, look, so here's I've said it again, I think, before in this show. There are $200 trillion of assets in custody today. That's a fact. The 3 biggest custodians in the world are the three biggest custodian banks are, State Street, Bank of New York Mellon, JP Morgan. They control $100 trillion. There are 500 institutions in the world that matter. Total market cap of crypto today, $2 trillion. 1% of those assets in custody. I know all these names are looking to enter the market. I know all their customers and their investors want access to crypto. So if just 5% of those assets in custody go into crypto, it's very simple. The market cap of the asset class has to be $10 trillion. That's 5x where we are today.
Okay, yeah, and so he's saying that's a 5x from where we are today, with a total asset class for crypto at $2 trillion. Crypto is $2 trillion. Bitcoin is about half of that, 900 billion, let's call it $1 trillion. And what ends up happening is that these huge institutional, funds come in and they want to get into crypto, and they will get to all kinds of crypto, but the one with the most liquidity, and he goes later into this podcast, he goes more into saying you got to buy into the crypto that has the most liquidity being what's the how easy it is for someone to make a large trade without affecting the price. And so he goes on to tell a story about how his friend is running in with like $1 billion trades for Ethereum, and the Ethereum slippage is about 2 to 5%, meaning he's losing 5% on his investments. And if you're talking about $1 billion, you're losing a lot of money. And so what that means is that he either has 2 options: buy into Bitcoin or buy into Ethereum in smaller amounts, or only buy Bitcoin. Okay, because it's the largest asset class. So all these other $1 trillion sovereign wealth funds, real institutional money. They talked about Do Kwon. He's the leader of Terra Luna and buying Bitcoin as an asset, but that's only $3 billion. But there are far more, like $1 trillion, these funds coming in, and they want to buy Bitcoin. And Kevin O'Leary actually explains why that doesn't happen.
And there are billions of dollars out there waiting for policy, because for all the excitement about Bitcoin, for all the excitement about crypto, for all of the wonderful productivity, these products and blockchain, and everything that's promised that you're going to be hearing about the next 3 days, these massive pools of capital, these trillion-dollar pools, own this much crypto.
Nothing. They own no crypto. And so they are ready to be involved. So if your question here is, am I still early? Have I missed the boat? You are still early, because it's not about being early compared to me, this random YouTuber with a cowboy hat. It's about being early compared to the investor, the real institutional investing. And so they are going to pour in billions and trillions of dollars once policy has hit, once regulators have established the grounds, because they can't risk those billions and trillions of dollars when the policy is not set, because they could stand to risk even more. So they own nothing. Now, when we're talking about inflation, Cathy Wood says something about this inflation. Like, Cathy Wood is a well-known investor, ARK Invest, and here she says about Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation.
Is that if inflation is an issue, clearly Bitcoin is a great hedge against inflation.
And the reason why for that is, and she believes it's a great hedge of inflation. Lately, it has been mirroring the markets. Like if the market goes up, Bitcoin goes up. If the market goes down, Bitcoin goes down. No one is arguing that, because right now it's seen as a risk-on asset. It's just people. The government has pumped liquidity into the market, meaning, let me break that down in lizard brain terms. Meaning the government has given free money everywhere, and when you get free money, what people do is they tend to take more riskier bets with that. They start spending they start having fun. Oh, I'm going to buy this, weird art. I'm going to buy this weird, NFT. I'm going to buy this Bitcoin thing. And so, what happens when you get free money? You are a little more reckless. You're not very penny pinchy with that money. It's free money, so you're more reckless. And a lot of people have bought Bitcoin because of this. But when it starts to what we call decoupling, when Bitcoin decouples from the market, it starts to separate. The market goes down because of inflation, and Bitcoin will start to go up. And that's everyone's bet here. Now, in regards to what happens if Bitcoin goes to zero, okay? Like, this is something like, if Bitcoin goes to zero, if Bitcoin goes to zero, that would mean that everyone who has bought Bitcoin, who is as crazy as I am, like, set this as its guiding stars, north light in crypto and in all finance, they would have to sell it all, right? That's what would have to happen. They'd have to sell off everything. And then Michael Saylor makes this point, if you know about Bitcoin, you know about Michael Saylor. Here we go.
Everybody's decided $1 trillion of money.
Oh, that's like 2x. That's 5x.
And 100 million plus people, they've decided that Bitcoin is the bank in cyberspace. Once you've adopted that one protocol, then it has $1 trillion worth of energy behind it. Debating that is no different than saying, well, what if someone comes up with a better language than the English language? Can we get everybody in America to switch? What if I come up with a better standard railroad gauge than the standard 4-foot, 8.5-inch rail gauge? Can we get everybody to switch? What if I come up with something other than TCP/IP? People aren't switching from English or rail gauges or protocols or whatever, because there's so much economic inertia in the system. Like, what if we decided we wanted...
That's right. And so he talks about, like, there's economic inertia in the system, that Bitcoin is $900 billion currently. It's the majority. It's about half of the whole crypto market cap. So it is the Godzilla in crypto. And that's where everyone has decided, like, it is Bitcoin. That's where everything from the story, the narrative is perfect, to just the miners and the proof of work, and then now everyone is looking and aiming into Bitcoin. to put their money in once the regulations hit. And when I say it's this like these million, billion, $1 trillion hedge funds, or not hedge funds, like these funds here, right? In like Saudi Arabia or UK or wherever they are, right? And so here's the question for you and me. You and I are not these things. Well, maybe you are, so thanks for watching my videos. But we have a choice here. We have a big opportunity. The choices are, where do you park your money? Where do you park your money? If you park it in the bank, inflation's going to eat it up. If you park it in a house, you know, like housing might go up, but you incur all these extra fees. It's not as fast. It's not as liquid. You might have to sell it, right? Could be taken away. You got property taxes. We're going to park it. Gold, got to hide it. You know, you know what I mean? Gold's probably decent if you're a gold bug. But to me, crypto stands the most amount to gain while everyone's, you know, just waiting on regulation. And we saw that the President of the United States said that regulation is coming. And the reason why is because all these huge funds, they're putting pressure on the president. They're putting pressure on the policymakers and the lawmakers. Hey, you need to figure out this Bitcoin thing because we want to invest our money into it. You see these like BlackRock, you see all these funds and stuff like that wanting to offer Bitcoin as a service to their clients, but they can't. Why? Because policy hasn't hit yet. But they're raring to go. The second policy hits, it will start to be flooded with institutional money. We had a prediction of 5x from where it is. A lot of people predict a lot more. And so from where it is right now, Bitcoin at a 5x. Let me just pull up the market cap here. So if you don't know how to check out, just check out Bitcoin, coin market cap. Go to Bitcoin. It's right here. Look, guys, $40,000 right now. It's at a low. It's at a low compared to everything is where everything is right now. The extreme greed or extreme fear in the market. Here's the strategy: buy Bitcoin. You know, if you're not into crypto, buy Bitcoin regularly, all the time. Every paycheck, drop in $100. Every paycheck, drop in another $100. Okay, and don't sell. And then once you got enough, borrow against it and buy some more. Anyway, guys, let's get to our journey to our next Bitcoin. I hope you enjoyed some of these videos. Thanks for watching. Lizard Brain Projects Only. I'll see you guys in the next video.